Let me borrow the word of what's this man? I don't know how many of you have read The Man of the People. The major character, he will shout mammoth crowd, mammoth crowd. Well, it was a huge number of turnout in their thousands. In their thousands that turned out to vote. First, there was dancing, celebrations, and all that, and then we got the INEC people involved and all that. And I did cast my vote, and I left the place.
What is your hope that happens after this election?
Well, I'm not God. I was monitoring the country, state by state, where I was, but now I've stopped because I have to engage you people. Currently, no result is out. I hope that the system will be transparent as it was in my village. If it is transparent, I will accept the result, because from the one, all we agreed is that if the primary is free and fair, nobody is going anywhere. But where it is not free and fair, a lot of us will react.
From what you've monitored, how is it going so far?
Well, not much information. Everybody say, oh, some are still saying that materials are just leaving. Some say we're at the venue of the meeting. So I don't know what is going on. I'm waiting to know what is going on.
Why do you want to be president?
How many of you that were here in River State, if you had seen what I had done in River State, then you wouldn't ask that question, because I changed the face of River State in education, in security. By the time I came to River State, you knew that people couldn't go out of their houses. You knew that we had the medical health challenge, because men or husbands couldn't go out at night to have alcohol or drink or have parties because of the level of insecurity. So what they were doing was produce children. So when our health sector became a challenge, we needed to tap seriously to settle the insecurity so that people can go out. And in less than 6 months, Port Harcourt became free. So the insecurity challenge in Nigeria can be tackled. The problem is that as soon as Nigerian politicians get money, they forget that that's their responsibility. Now, we'll focus on that responsibility. When we came here, all of you who are from River State will agree with us that if we didn't attend to the economic challenges, probably the insecurity wouldn't have stopped. So we awarded contracts of primary schools, of health centers, of roads, electricity. By the time we finished, we were generating 750 megawatts of power, and Port Harcourt needed only 450 megawatts. One of the reasons the former president and I disagreed was the power issue. We had generated 750 megawatts, and we needed to do the distribution. So we went to the president and said, look, we need to do the distribution of this power. And so because it wasn't our responsibility, we needed to have franchise from the federal government. So if you gave us the franchise, we would have done the distribution, and Port Harcourt would have had regular power supply. At that time, Port Harcourt required 450 megawatts of power, and we had 715 megawatts of power. We did the power